Hello folks, welcome back to Songs of Six. I'm 𝘬𝘬𝘂𝘁𝘂𝗯𝗏. Welcome back to Ekraft, or welcome to Ekraft, because this is a new start. I've decided to go ahead and start a new city based on some of the learning that we've done and some of the ideas I've picked up from watching some other stuff. So just to give it a little bit of an idea, we've got Ekraft here, that's us. And then nearby is 𝘬𝘂𝘂𝗧𝗍, that's a familiar name. 691, looks like humans nearby. 465 Kryptonians at 𝘓𝘂𝘂𝘁. 97 Kryptonians there, 1.53k. So we've got fairly small city-states around us. Or I guess we're a city-state. They're more like larger territories. Anyways, I don't know how you want to call them. But yeah, we're going to go with that. Click OK. And when we get into things and I find a map that I want to run with, we'll continue here. All right, here we are. I rolled a couple times on the map, but honestly, I'm not sure why this one appeals to me so much, other than, well, we have a lot of fertility, and that's one of the things I wanted to fix by starting again, is by having a slightly more fertile area. I didn't really pay attention the first time around. Of course, I am still learning the game, but we've come a long way, I think, in a short amount of time. But I think, because I'm going to be doing a large block grid system, and I think we'll center it along this road, which will probably get taken out as we go, and be able to expand down into some of these more fertile areas. Maybe even right here. The trees are a bit of an issue in a way, but we could actually center a grid right here, and that wouldn't be the worst. The road's kind of in the way, but roads can be removed and rebuilt. So yeah, that's a really nice piece of fertility there. How do I want to go about this? Well, I think I'm going to show you something in a moment from our old colony that I'd planned out. But for now, let's just plop down. Just trying to think in terms of where the grid's going to be. If we use this road and that road, maybe we'll just put down the throne room right there. Okay, let me show you a little something. Here we are back at our old city. You can see this is what we had here. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking at that because I had kind of played with Ocean Man's grid system here and kind of came to understand what it was that was going on. Let me change the color of this to try and make it more, I don't know, maybe more understandable. But basically what you have here is, what is it, 30, 60, 90, 120 citizens worth of longhouse housing. We've got some trees that will go on this boulevard. You'd have a hearth, a stage, markets at the end of the blocks there, wells around, and speakers. So, and then some workplaces. These would be whatever you kind of want to put into them. And I just use different, I guess, looks to the buildings to kind of go like, okay, we can make them a different way. This one's kind of got an egg shape to it. This one's just an oval. Oval on its side, you know, that kind of thing. Something that looks like butt cheeks, because why not? And we can take those buildings that we just design on the fly, and then we can build them as empty and then fill them with workstations later and find their purpose. I think maybe to start we won't have to do that on the new one. And then, so this is kind of one piece of the grid here, and then over here, for instance, is a fruit orchard that fits into the grid very nicely. That's like a max size. I think it's 45 by 45. And you can just kind of repeat these blocks and then change them up a little bit to do that. But I mean, this is a self-contained city in itself in this area with storage and workspaces, food production, etc. So this is kind of what we're striving for, and it's going to take a little bit to kind of transcribe that over to the new city. But the thing to keep in mind, I guess, is you've got a 3x3 block and 2 roads on either side, and that will kind of form up the edge of our grid. So let me get back over to that. So, here we are back at Ekraft, which is yet to see anything happen. But I want to start planning right away. And we don't have to build everything right away, but planning it certainly would help. So let's mark out a road. How big is that? That's a lot of road. We probably don't need that much road at first. This won't all get built. This is just to kind of inform where we're building things. Let me again have a look at fertility. Yeah, so if we build down here, we'll probably have a nice grid block here. Just a generic block here, generic block here, and farm or two. Depending on how big they get, that's really the thing we have to determine here. So let's carry this on. If I go into, and I'm forgetting, I've learned hotkeys, my gosh. Who would have thought it possible I could learn a thing? I think it's Control-click to copy. So that would be a road. We'd need a gap of 3, which is how big that road is. So this is really inconvenient. I'd have to remove that road. I think I can do better than that. Let's try and use the road to our advantage here. So this road will continue on like so. There'll be a space, 2, 3, and this will carry on like so. And then on the other side, so we're leaving a 3x3 block in the middle. And that will be for trees or statues or whatever. Basically, a highway system with a boulevard. Again, I feel like I could have done better there by preserving some of that road. But it's not as much as this, so no biggie. I could go right click, use the X key to delete. We would delete all that stuff there in the center. Delete those. Delete those. And 1, 2. Delete. No. Delete those jobs there. So that's kind of the start of a grid, and then you find the corner, which would be here. And we're looking at, I think it's an interior space of 51. Or is it 51 to... Might have to go back and have a look. But I believe it's 51. It's a long ways down. Alright, let me get this drawn out and make sure it's the right size, and then I'll bring it back for that. Alright, so I double checked, I made sure. So what it is from the kind of the outside corner to the outside corner is 51 with a space of 49 by 49 in the center. And that seems to work out well. So if I were to say put an 𝘬𝘬𝘗𝘂𝘓 pasture, I go in 2 from the corner, and that gives me my 45 by 45 with a buffer of 2 around it. We're not going to need a pasture that big right away, but we have that option. I think to start, because I believe this is a fertile area, it's pretty fertile. This would be better to go off of this quarter to plan that out. And maybe we'll do that, but the first thing we're going to need to do anyways is basically get a warehouse in, and that's going to mean planning out some of these buildings. We obviously don't need to build all these roads right away. That would be just a good way to set ourselves up for failure. So I'm going to... No, I was in the right thing. I'm going to suspend these jobs for the time being. We won't bother with those roads. And I will make an exception here in a moment because I want the inside of this grid to be clear. So I'm going to activate, say, that job. And I'm going to activate these jobs here to clean out that corner, and that's going to inform the placement of our first roundhouse. And then from there, I will continue to plan out, but I think we'll do that for live. Let's see, who do we have here? Everybody's going to swear their fealty by splaying out on the ground, and we'll see who gets up last. You're okay. Look at you. There's a way to name these people. Let me refresh myself on how to do that. It's supposed to be pretty easy. There we go. Rename subject. Amazing. 𝗎𝘂𝘁𝘂𝗯𝗲 welcome aboard. And who else is still splayed out on the ground? Oh yeah, that's right. I have to right click off of them, otherwise I can't move the camera. 𝗏𝘓𝘂𝘂𝘁𝘂𝘠? I don't know about that. That, you know, don't adjust your ears. That was his name. I wasn't just trying to swear for fun. Let's go with 𝗎𝘂𝘂𝘁𝘂𝘂𝘠. And you know what? I think we're going to name probably everyone here anyways. Let me go ahead and get some names in. There we are. I've named, I believe, everyone that we have here. 𝗎𝘂𝘂𝘁𝘂𝘂𝘁, 𝘓𝘓𝑚𝘂𝑒𝑟𝑒𝑐𝑡, we got 𝘬𝘵𝑚𝑒𝑟𝑒𝑖𝑧, 𝘬𝘏𝑜𝘢𝑔𝑢𝑠, 𝑑undas, who's this? 𝑃layerX, and 𝗎𝑠. If I've missed you, you will get in. I'm having a hard time reconciling the names on, say, like, Patreon with the names on Discord and stuff, so I'll have to find a way of compiling your guys' names in a better way. Anyways, for now, let us move forward, if I can use the right hotkey, and let them remove these pieces of road real quick. And then we'll get into more planning. Here we go. In fact, I don't even think I need that one removed, but it's okay. Go ahead and remove it. We'll go from there. Thank you very much. Okay, give it a little wee pause. And we need to plan out stuff, so let's get into housing. I believe the positioning of this, we're going to go for a long house, a 3x3 with the doors facing upwards, and we're going to leave a separation of 1 from the corner, and we're going to do the same over here. We're going to leave a separation of, can't remember if it's 3 or 5 now. I think it's 5. 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. And then we come over here, do the same thing, and that's going to be great. Now, of course, do we need this many houses right away? No, of course not. Of course not. We're going to suspend actually all of these jobs, because honestly, houses are not the biggest priority, but this is just the way I know how to plan this out. So let me find the next step here. What I'll probably do is take myself a screenshot of the stuff I'm copying and have that on a second monitor to reference. So let me get organized. Alright, here we are, ready to go. I'm gonna get a road, and it's gonna go with a spacing of, well, we can do a 2-wide road here. In fact, I think the top part of this road is the halfway point within this grid. And then we're gonna have a building here, and let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by as wide as that housing block. So 17 by 10 is going to be a house. I don't know why I made that a road. That was just not right. Let's go with, and I guess just plan a building or construct a building. We're going to go with a wooden building. Our people like that, right? Yeah, they like wooden buildings a lot. So find 17 by 10. There's a building there. There's going to be another one here. 17 by 10. And then backed right up against the road. How's this road going to go? Right, that's going to be removed. This road is where it needs to be. 17 by 10 there, and then there would be a 17 by 10 there. But I'm going to hold off on that for a minute. And I think this down here, I think we leave a space of 3. We put a building there, and I think our throne room is going to live there. Let me see. Wood ceiling, wood wall. Let's just take out the entrances for a moment, because I don't want them. A little hard to see, but there it is. Wooden building room, wooden wall, wooden ceiling. So for the throne room, I wonder if I can turn the throne on its side. How wide is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 spaces. That should be fine for there. It's going to be temporary. Eventually we'll have something much more grand. How can I not... blocked by another job. Oh, pardon? I beg your pardon, sir? Maybe I should have left them be. Blocked by another job. Okay, I will have to just do this. Here's a thought. So I need to think ahead a little bit. One of the first things we're going to need is a warehouse, right? We can easily just turn one of these into a warehouse, no problem. Next thing we're going to need is, well, we're going to need to forage. We're going to need a carpenter, right? So we'll have to get wood for that. I'm going to turn these into slightly rounded buildings. I think that's the way to go here. And I'll keep them fairly basic to begin with. Just rounded corners, and we can get fancy on the other ones. Down the road. Okay, wall. Must be placed on jobs. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. There we go. Just filling in these corners with the walls. My poor voice. There we go. So we have a way into that temporary throne room. And then, from what I remember, I can just go in here to, say, search for a warehouse. And kind of just do that, but then delete the corners? No? No, not delete the corners? Hello? Oh my gosh. Expand room over structures. Yeah, I want that corner taken out. Oh, I think what I have to do is actually remove these corners. That's what I'm getting wrong. Okay. We're gonna need to remove a couple spaces here so it's a solid room, and then we can throw in our crates. And I had this all figured out at one point in time, but do you think I can remember what that looks like now? No. I mean, that does the trick, doesn't it? That's a lot of crates. Could do. Okay, can we get doors? Some double doors. Just a lot of doors in those parts. That should do. So there's a warehouse. Okay, let's suspend a couple jobs and let's get the warehouse built. We are going to need to do a lot of foraging. And I think we will mark all of this for foraging. What else have we got? Is that all that's there for veggies? That's rough. Fruit. Grain. Now that won't be harvestable until later on, I guess the summer. Oh, that's rough. There's not as much of that as I thought. I think fruit's gonna be our go-to. So we may want to consider a large fruit farm sooner than later. We have 40 grain, 6 livestock, 20 rations. I thought I suspended these jobs. Suspend. Thank you very much. Go for the warehouse. The other thing, yeah, we can do is if we go for a fruit orchard requires a lot of work, I think. Can we even make it that big? No. No, it's on the same 45 by 45, I think. So yeah, we could make a fruit farm, and then I found you can kind of design it like this. But you can already see the amount of fruit this is going to require. So I think what we do, rather than getting carried away with this, is we make a small one out towards the front. And we go with, yeah, 45 by 7, something like that. Can I not do 2 rows right now? I'm going to expand it. And that's going to take 112 fruit. Never mind. You know what? We're going to go with a plantation, like a, not an orchard, a farm instead. And we'll do 45 by 15. Change my mind. 45 by 8. We'll do that. And then we'll do the same with grain farm. 45 by 8. We'll go for a, what is it, a veg farm. There's not a lot of veg on the map, which is really worrying. Okay, and that'll get the food on the go. Let's get them working. I already know one of these buildings that I'm going to want to build. Yeah, whenever you're done there. Is going to be a bakery. Can I move that already? Probably not. This is all a big experiment on starting a city with a master plan, sort of, already figured out. And I really do hope it works, but it is an experiment, and to remind folks, I am new at the game. If you have tips, tricks, let me know. For all love. I don't know where I was going with that. I do appreciate the feedback. Alright, we'll speed along. I feel like these are maybe less necessary right at this moment. Just go with the one farm. I'd actually prefer they worked on the warehouse first, but it's all 6 of one, half dozen the other, right? So we only have so many days of food. Still sitting at 20 rations, though. Alright, the other thing that I can plan out, though, in the meantime, is the hearth. We're gonna need that. And the way this is set up is you can put a nice big hearth right there in the middle of all that stuff. I wonder if I want to rotate that. I don't think it matters. Hearth, and then wells we're gonna need. We're gonna go with nice big wells. Do I want to put it in the corners? I can put one. Yeah, I think I want to put it there. Does that overlap? Oh, it does. I gotta make no, smaller, bigger. I think the first well is just gonna go here, as a matter of fact. Let's build some stuff. One thing I shouldn't forget here is we're probably gonna have to chop some trees. Is it a chop? Is it a tree? Fell tree. There we go. Let's get some of that worked on, because we're gonna need lots of wood to build these buildings. You can see 60 just for that building. This one's gonna require some unknown amount of wood. I kind of want to go back in and change that one a little bit. Whoops. There we go. We'll just make a rounded corner there. And carry on building here. Alright, now it's complaining about lack of wood, as it should. We're also going to need stone. What is this over here? Is this clay? Stone? Is this a place for a stone quarry? That's a really unfortunate place for it, actually. Oh well, we'll make do. There's tons of stone around, though. Rock? Clear rock. Go ahead and clear the rocks that are in the middle of that area. A couple over there. Now they should be going off to, yeah, get materials for all the stuff that we're doing. Trees, rocks, working away. Any chance anyone wants to join us yet? No, nobody yet. Oh, auto-authorize? How many? Can I just go... Oh, 25? Okay. Maybe I'll just do it manually. I don't want to grow too fast. Alright, this is good though, and we should probably get one of these housing areas ready to go, but we'll wait for this and make sure we get some food coming in for any of that. Have they even eaten any of the rations? Yes, 2 rations have been eaten by day 4 of spring, so yeah, we have a very limited amount of time. Oh, the well's done. That's good. Load 91%. Interesting. Cutting them trees. And then, no, we're gonna need 36 fruit in order to get that going, which shouldn't be too bad. There was a good amount of fruit on the map. It will be summer. I think late summer is when they can start harvesting that. We could be doing a pasture. Maybe we should be doing a pasture, I could argue. What's the fertility look like again? Yeah, a pasture in this area could work. Well, we're gonna have to remove some of this road. But again, I don't want to get too far ahead on the planning, Because these dudes just need to do the things. Day 1 of summer. 10 rations left. 9 rations left. Yeah. It seems like there's only enough rations just to kind of last you to late summer when you start harvesting all the stuff. But they have a hearth, which is nice. They've got a well. They've got a warehouse coming along. The throne, it would be remove throne. You can turn it. Don't lose it and don't cut it off from your citizens. Okay. Okay, the warehouse is coming along. The throne is getting moved. Again, the throne not quite necessary, but it's done. Insufficient workers available. Okay, we can do that. Let's just put 1 in there for now. And let's do all the things. Really, because we have a lot of crates, we can kind of go nuts with this. Furniture is a thing we're going to have pretty soon. I don't think the rest of it is relevant at this moment. So there we go. 20 crates spoken for already. How much wood do we have laying around? Fair amount. Day 2 of summer. What's the hotkey for deactivate job? Whoops. Suspend job. There's no hotkey for it. Okay. One thing we could get going as well is we could make a bakery. So let's slow it down. Let's activate this building. Maybe turn it into a bakery. How are we doing? Immigrants yet? No. I'm really worried about starving again. As you can imagine. Day 2 of summer, about to come to an end. Day 3 of summer now. So what I might do is cancel these jobs. And see if they will go out and forage now. They're going to work on the roads. Might just resuspend those. Go forage! I guess build's fine too. I think I've not. Oh no, never mind. I was like, we think I've 9 people? Someone died? No. I just can't read. Of course, we have 1 person working at the warehouse, which means we have 9 odd jobbers, which is what that's showing. We also have 9 homeless plebeians, which is another issue. Are you guys going off to... No, just getting building materials. How's the food situation? Dare I ask? It looks like 0 food. Entirely. Okay. Suspend this again. Yes, there you go. That's where you get the food. We could hunt a couple intelligents. There you go. You're worth 18 food, 17 food. We'll just get a couple of those. Meat, rather. What is this? Stone deposit, 25%. Cotton. Mushrooms. Mushrooms, they do like mushrooms, don't they? Not sure if that's 100% true, but we'll harvest the mushrooms. Alright, they're getting tons of vegetables. Where's the fruit? There's vegetables down there. The fruit's over here and up here. Yeah. It's a bit of a hike. But we have food stored. We have food for 6.5 days. We have people ready to come in. One person. Come on in. So now we're back up to 10 odd jobbers. Let's go ahead and reactivate this. And this building here we can deconstruct. I think it's made out of mud wall. Yeah, we want to get rid of that. Put a proper building in its place. I think we should probably go ahead and activate these jobs again as well. I'm gonna remember not to do the roads. It's not necessary at this point. Yes, do the fields so we can grow food. Beautiful, delicious food. Well, that's good. We're not starving. I think that's gonna be pretty much where we gotta leave it for there. There's just a lot of labor that has to happen now for a little bit. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on how to proceed. Do you want to see every little thing, or would you rather I skipped little snippets of time and kind of bring you back as progress is made? If you have thoughts on that, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about starting a new city too. Should I have just carried on with the old one, or are you looking forward to seeing a new city with maybe some new techniques and some new learning being put to use? I hope I've learned something anyways. Yeah, that's going to be it for this first episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Hope you've had a great day. Thank you, patrons and members. If you want to get your name on a plebeian, which I'll have to hunt down that other plebeian and name them, yeah, let me know. Maybe we'll name districts or buildings after people, so it's a little more prominent, because the plebeians, you know... Oh, look, I found 𝘎𝘏𝘓𝘬𝘓, who is just a random new person. I think that's our new immigrant. We'll have to find him again, but yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.